a little gift is this article on Christmas Day. Merry Christmas, by the way. Sister Wives Kody Brown was a prisoner in Christine's marriage. Couldn't say, hey, bitch, I'm done. Okay, so let's talk about this. In this is a video. If you want to go, you can just Google this and find the article and watch the video yourself. It's from next week's, the 31st, look back. And we're going to see them watch, apparently, when Christine told Kody that she was done. When they sat at her place and she said, do you want to be married? And he dodges the question. He said, well, do you want to be married to me? And she said, no, I don't. And in this, he says he was stuck. He was the real victim in this marriage. He couldn't tell her he's done. In his church, if he wants to break a marriage with a woman, he has to go to his church and get a release and all that. So first off, I know what you're thinking. At least this is what I was thinking, which is, what about Mary? You know, you're going to lecture me on how it needs to be done, but it's not what you did with Mary. Now, I do believe that to a certain degree, he felt like he couldn't say that he wanted to be done with these marriages. But by far, the most gracious, manly thing to do, or adult thing in general, from anyone would be to clearly articulate their feelings. And so he goes on about how he can't say this. That he was the one who was stuck, that he's the real victim here, that he's glad that Christine had the courage to say it, but she was wrong to say that he was cowardly not to say it because he's not allowed to. Now, I don't believe that for a second. He could have said it. His wives were basically, I mean, isn't it the promise that he made Robin? Isn't the promise he made Robin that he would say it? So there's a lot of stuff going on here. But the biggest, well, there's multiple things that stuck out to me. The point about Mary, about how he handled it so differently with Mary. And even how he handled it with Janelle versus Christine. Secondly, that he was a prisoner. He's the real victim here, guys. The fact that that he made this sacred covenant to Robin that he would say, I'm not interested in you, but somehow wouldn't say it to Christine anyway. But the last part is, he's now trying to play it like, of course he was stuck in this hell and he couldn't get out of it, but thank goodness that Christine did, and he should take no repercussions from it. And yet, he is absolutely going to continue to talk about her every chance he gets and how she ruined the family and she ruined this and she didn't give him a chance and she didn't even talk to him and she blindsided him and all this. And it's like, buddy, you can't have it both ways, because let's compare. We know for a fact that he was over it with Mary. He has been for a long time. Now, we didn't even realize how bad it was until in the last couple seasons when he started sharing the melting down ring story, the fact that they weren't intimate for years before, this last episode, before the catfishing thing. She said that when he did come over and spend the night, he would just turn his back to her and wouldn't even hold her hand. I am so sorry, Mary. But now when Mary announced that she was going, did we see any anger? Have we heard him bitch at all? No. In fact, he's been, other than saying that she poisoned his soul, which is terrible. In general, we see someone who is very, very relieved that she left. A weight has been lifted off him. He is ecstatic that Mary left. We are not seeing that about his situation with Christine. I have lots of thoughts about why that is, but do I believe that he was so unbelievably relieved when she said that she was done because he had been in a hell of it, he was in hell, he was in prison, all of that. He's certainly not acting like a man who's relieved. That's all I'm going to say. So there we go. I guess we're going to get sneak peeks for the next week, which I am all about. But Merry Christmas and enjoy the rest of your day. And hopefully you're not thinking about Sister Wives too much on Christmas Day.